Hey, ¿qué tal a todos? Bienvenidos a Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. No sé si lo conocen, si no lo conocen. Es un juego que tiene muchísimos finales. Por ejemplo, el Stanley Parable original tenía como 9 finales. Así que llevé mucho tiempo esperando ese juego. Bastante. Así que, bueno, empecemos. El final nunca es el final. El final nunca es el final. El final es nunca el final. Es que no saben. Es que terminas un final y empiezas.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Dios, hace mucho que no
And then
escuchaba esa
one
intro.
day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Vamos a hacer algo que posiblemente muchos que no hayan jugado este juego no sepan, pero...
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go any way except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
Uy. Ok, ya. Salgamos.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers. Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Creo que sí podía... Era una puerta.
Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement? Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition. I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause. Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost certainly 50
Hijo de puta, 50. Arre pues.
No, I'm still not feeling it. I want this achievement to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way, no matter what the cost.
Dame el reto.
Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
417. 417. Busquemos 417. Aquí está. ¡Vamos! Dame el logro.
Great. Now, go click a few times on door 437.
437. Está acá. La puerta. Ok, aquí está.
Excellent. I think we're getting somewhere. Now, door
Claro.
415. Let's give it 10 clicks or so.
415, vamos. 415 está aquí a la vuelta, creo. Sí.
Now, back to door number 437.
Me tienen como idiota, ayuda. 437 otra vez.
Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy machine?
Vamos.
All right, back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere.
Me están troleando. Me están paseando. 415. 4117. Ah, con lugar 1.
Okay, now go climb on employee 419's desk.
No, 4 ¿quién? No. 4119. Oh.
Yes! This
Ahí
is
está.
great!
419,
You're putting it all on the
listo.
line, Stanley. I like that.
Sí, me
All
estoy
right, let's
arriesgando.
keep it
Sí.
up. Go give me a few clicks
okay.
on door 416.
4116. Vamos. Vamos, ¿dónde está esa puerta? Está aquí. Sí.
We've almost got it! Now the
Vamos!
copy machine, do that one again!
Sí. ¿Dónde está?
Finish it off, Stanley! 5 clicks on door 430!
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. ¡Sí! ¡Sí!
That felt amazing.
Dos logros.
You
Okay.
really earned it, Stanley. Nothing could hold you
Gracias.
back. Yes, I'm very proud
Gracias.
of how far we've come today. Just think,
Yo también.
only a few minutes ago, you believed an achievement was worth 5 little clicks. Really now?
Ajá, la neta.
What were you thinking?
No sé, la verdad.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
Two open-
he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it
No me
perfectly
importa.
well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really
Claro.
been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
No sé si hacer esto, pero salen más textos si te quedas
Yes,
horas aquí.
really,
O sea,
really worth it being
como
here in the
fácil
room.
30 minutos.
A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
Vale bastante la pena, la verdad.
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible
Sí.
that this is why everyone left.
Me está haciendo subconsciente de que todos me abandonaron por mi culpa. Así que...
Stanley sat around waiting for more dialogue, but when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
Está muy cagado que se rompa la cuarta pared aquí. Bueno, continuamos con el
But at
juego.
last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his
Bastante
left
increíble.
to get back to business.
No, lo siento.
Stanley was so bad
por
at
acá.
following directions,
Ajá.
it's incredible he wasn't
Sí.
fired years ago.
Me van a correr $5,000 si salto de esta madre.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the
Uh-huh.
wrong foot here. I'm not your
Tal vez.
enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in
¿Seguro?
someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been
Uy.
neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't
Sí,
know how to
bastante.
convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove
¿Seguro?
it. Let me prove that I'm
ver.
on your side. Give me a chance.
Ajá. Ok, pongamos a prueba tu amistad.
Now listen carefully,
Okay.
this is important. Stanley walked
Uh-huh.
through the red door.
No.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
No. No, no quiero caminar por la puerta roja.
I still
lo
don't
siento,
think
una
we're
disculpa.
communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
No.
All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing.
Seguro.
Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees?
Tal vez,
Work with me.
ser
You've
chido.
given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback.
Ok.
There we go.
Me parece bien,
A
me
third
parece
option.
excelente.
This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
Veamos. Veamos qué
Okay,
clase de
I'm
opciones
going
hay
to
aquí.
stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
Ok. Sé que tiene nuevas opciones este juego, pero no conozco ninguna, así que...
A one? I mean, I can understand if you had reservations, you saw ways the game could be improved to more fully express itself mechanically and artistically, but a one? That's not even helpful. What am I supposed to do with that?
Ok.
But
No
I
sé.
guess it isn't my
Lo que
place
tú
to
quieras.
judge. Here,
Exacto.
based on the
Tú me dijiste
data
que
from
yo
your
requiera la
previous
experiencia,
playthrough,
así que-
I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
A ver, veamos. The Stanley Parable Worldwide Leaderboard. A ver, ¿qué más sale aquí? Y luego va a salir tú hasta el último. Stanley. This is you. Sí. 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 Sí.
Now,
Okay,
would you
veamos.
say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please. Hey, I nearly
porque
forgot.
estoy
I've
hasta
got
el
a
último.
prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be
Y
a
le valió
lovely
madre,
opportunity
hijo de
to give it some
puta.
playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at
Ajá.
it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it
Ah.
up.
Ok.
In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the
Puede ser, tal
game
vez.
only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience. You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know
los
what
dos.
to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for
Guau,
me.
imagínate jugar esta
I'm not
madre
even going
4
to try.
horas.
I'm out. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing.
Okay.
Your input was
Adiós.
extremely
No,
valuable.
no hay de qué.
Oh, hey, since my game was so awful,
me parece
why don't
bien.
we play someone else's game?
estuvo
Just to
horrible,
ease
pero-
the pain. Let's see. What do we have
Oh,
here?
nice. A ver. A ver qué otros juegos pusieron. Si pusieron nuevos juegos, voy a estar bien
Yes,
feliz.
this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
Ajá. A ver. Si pusieron nuevos juegos, va a estar bien chido. O rehusaron las texturas del anterior.
Ah, fascinating. What do you
¡Oh!
think this game is about, Stanley? What's our backstory? What is our motivation? Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you from
sí.
up high in your creep tower, perhaps for some sort of twisted erotic purpose. Yes, that must be it. What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
A ver, veamos. Ábrame la puerta, pues. Porque suena como Minecraft. Es que el primer juego en el que viajas, en el primer juego, es Minecraft. Wow. Se pasaron de lanza, güey. Qué chido.
No, it can't be.
¿Qué? ¿Qué? Que no puede ser. Se ve increíble. Muy, muy, muy
It
genial.
is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly block it off.
Exacto. No, 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 no.
Thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call. You nearly wandered off into that thing. That big, open, just wandering around. No right or wrong directions. No path to follow. You can just go in any... Thank
Le dan
heavens
asco los
we
juegos de
avoided
mundo
it.
abierto.
We're out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game. Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls.
Como que... Las texturas de los muegros,
I
güey,
think
así
this will
viejísimos.
be just the thing.
Ajá. Veamos qué juego tienes. Dios santo. El primer juego era Minecraft y era muy lineal. ¡Oh, Rocket League!
See,
¡Seas
this is exactly what
mamón!
I had in mind. Just a nice big box for you to run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design. Stanley, if you manage to
¿Qué
get
es
lost
esta
in this
mierda?
game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
¿Qué mamada
Okay, so
es
what
esto?
exactly
No van a
do we do
salir.
here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but
¿Carros?
obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley, I think it's sports
Sí.
ball. Oh, what fun. We shall run the
Deporte
bases and
pelota,
do a
wow.
touchdown together.
Ajá.
Yes, I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley,
No tiene,
here's the
no
ball.
sabe.
Have fun.
Está viejito. Ok. ¡Wii! ¡Wii! ¿Qué es esta mierda?
Are you doing it?
Me estoy
Are you
divirtiendo
winning? Is this
bastante.
fun? Is it better than my miserable
Sí.
little story that I worked so hard on? Stanley, Hold on.
Sí.
What are you doing?
¿Dónde me tiré?
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back.
Lo siento. ¿A dónde me tiré? Es el primer Stanley Parable. El primerito. El que era... Era el juego de decisiones de las puertas. Era un mod de Garry's Mod, literalmente. Este era un mapa de Garry's Mod, en donde se desarrolló por primera vez este jueguito. En la oficina original. No más que no sé qué diablos tengo que estar haciendo aquí. Ok, sí, ya se reset.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's
Ah,
happy
o sea,
with
¿tú
his
no me encuentras
choice.
un narrador?
And if he's learned the heavy
Tal vez.
cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end to make sense out of the chaos and the
necesito,
fear
narrador?
and the confusion.
¿Seguro?
That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon.
Uy.
Very soon. I can wait.
A la bestia. Ok. Curiosidad. Y bueno, con este episodio de Stanley Parable dejamos el video. En serio, muchísimas gracias por ver. Denle like, compartan, suscríbanse. Neta, muchísimas gracias a todas las personas que se han suscrito. Ya llegamos a los 200 suscriptores en una semana. ¡Una! Sigo sin creérmelo, en serio. Muchísimas gracias a todas las personas que se han estado suscribiendo, a todas las personas que han estado apoyando al canal, las que han estado comentando, compartiendo, todo, en serio. Es increíble el apoyo que está recibiendo el canal, que estoy recibiendo yo. Todas las personas que me están contribuyendo al canal, en serio. Es increíble esto. Muchísimas gracias. De corazón, de alma, de todo. Gracias. Es increíble hacer videos. A mí me fascina. Y espero estar haciendo esto años. Lo que pueda. Y bueno, de nuevo, muchísimas gracias. Suscríbanse si no lo han hecho. Compartan, denle like. Soy Mondor y nos vemos en el próximo video. Bye bye.